Hello and welcome to the Garden Gnome. This channel is all about simple, practical gardening. Anyone can do it at home. If you're new to gardening or just want to grow your own food, you're in the right place. In today's video I'm going to show you how I plant chilies from seed. Starting with preparing the soil, preparing the seeds, and finally planting them. Let's get started. So as you can see, these containers are not new containers. They are things that people would generally throw away, and I think sustainability, which would be reduce, reuse or recycle. In this case, these same containers, we are currently in 2025, they were used in 2023. Now, very important to note is that before I threw compost in, there was loose sand and stones for drainage. I then topped it up. Let's say 20% of the container has just debris at the bottom, and this helps a lot with drainage, right? I topped it off with some nice compost. This compost I did buy from our local nursery, and so far it actually did very well. Now, people are choosy and picky about compost. Me, my methodology is that anything should be able to grow anywhere, just using obviously the right conditions. Now that the compost has been filled up, the next step would be to water. Now, watering, obviously, there are more than one reason as to why you would water, especially after throwing compost. Number one is the containers need to set. This only happens when you dampen the soil or compost, and in this case you can see that we are wetting the soil. This is to ensure that it sets. Another thing that you would notice is that the containers are not full to the top, so there is a method to that madness. Obviously, what I want to do is that I want to be able to top these containers up with fresh compost or fertilizer. I also want to ensure that there's enough space for some cover, and some people would use straw. I just use bark or whatever I have at the time. Obviously, the main reason why this is important is to ensure that it covers the soil, so it does drop down weeds. It also ensures that the soil or compost maintains the wetness, right? Yeah, you can see I'm also making sure that the kids are getting water so that they grow. But yeah, it's basic. We don't want to go and make things difficult. For me, the most important thing obviously is that it mustn't be harder than going to the store and buying produce. So yes, initially it is tough, right, setting up these type of things, but eventually, once you've got the operation running, it should be as simple as just going to your garden, putting in seeds and harvesting at the correct times. Now you will see that I am using a lot of water. Remember that this needs to settle, so the soil level will drop while doing this. It has to drop. So yeah, moving on. Let's see. So in the next clip, you will see that we now are checking to see how wet the soil is. It needs to drain. You see the brown on the floor, that's draining from the bottom holes. It has to drain. That's when you know, okay, you've made sure that it's actually full with water. The next step in the process is creating a tea for the seeds. Now, obviously, a lot of people just plant them directly, and yes, it can be successful. Now, the main reason why I'm using a tea for my seeds, these seeds come from plants that was harvested in about 2022, 2023. and that is 2 years ago. I have saved these seeds. The first plant is what I am doing is there is something called a golden kind chili, beautiful yellow, similar to the green kind or red kind pepper. So the first one is a green kind. The second one is a red ghost pepper or chili, and thirdly I've got something called Chilli X. Now crazy backstory to the Chilli X is that I can't remember what chili the seeds were harvested from. So it is identified as Chilli X. I'm excited. Remember, this is now how much years later? 2 years later, and 2 years later I'm replanting, or I'm planting the seeds. I am excited to find out if they are viable. So the benefits of the tea solution is that many say that the tea solution actually helps germination. So it does soften up the outer shell of the seed, and this does help with germination apparently. Me personally, to be honest with you, I've never tried it. I've ran a few experiments, and with the golden kind, I know me personally, I was struggling with it. I was really struggling. It was not germinating. On the last batch I had to fly out, and they actually germinated, but they died because of not caring for them. So now the next step for me would be I am marking down the type of chilies. These are obviously very important, guys. When you do plant anything, trust me, marking them helps, especially if you want to be strategic, right? Being strategic is important. There's a lot of planning that actually goes into this. It's not just about you plant and there you go. Trust me, you want to be as strategic as possible. There's a lot of factors: where the sun comes up, what direction your raised bed or your crop is facing, what you plant with your crop. These are very important. The goal is to at least get 1 tree, right? 1 tree per container or per variety, and it's simple as just creating a line in the soil in the middle, and I just take each and every container and we're filling them up. Now it's probably about 10 to 12 seeds per holder. I know it's a lot, I know it's overkill, but I want this to be a success. Like, if my chances is 1 out of 12 or 1 out of 15, yeah, that is how I feel about it, because I have struggled. Now you will see that I am adding the markers now. So the next thing is, right, this is compost, and in my beds to the left, but you can't see them right now, but I'll show them to you. I'll show them in the future. Is that on the left I've actually got cocoa peat mixed into the beds that are on the shallow beds on the floor. And cocoa peats are very good with retaining moisture. They're also easily drainable. It's very good, especially when you want to start. So what I'm doing is I'm not covering up or the top layer. I'm not adding more compost on the top layer of the seeds. I have created the line. I've made a small incision in the middle of each of the containers, and I'm going to use the cocoa peat as the topping, right? The reason for this is so that the seedling does not struggle. There we go, on the left bed, you see how brown it looks. So that's cocoa peat mixed with a very sandy substrate that I had, not too heavy. So there you can see, you can see the color difference. So I will take a little bit of compost for moisture and just add it to the top. What I will also do next is that I'm going to pat it down Obviously this is being done for all 3 containers, and the main purpose is to ensure that the seeds are snug. You don't want them loose, you want them to make full contact with all the surrounding soil, top and bottom, and the sides. I was never a believer in patting them down. However, things have changed. Patting it down does actually, for me personally, it does help with my germination rates. Now the second one, also very simple, very easy. You are just basically creating a hole for the seeds, planting. Every little bit of seed I'm getting out of the container. I know it's crazy, it might be too much, but unfortunately, I'm willing to take that risk. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going back, getting some cocoa peat, and yeah, let's see what happens. I am new to YouTube. I have been gardening since I think 2019. It's been about 5-6 years. So now that the soil has been patted down, the next thing that I'm going to focus on, obviously, is to make sure that they are mulched. Now the importance of the mulch specifically for me is that it does maintain moisture, as well as suppresses any weeds that come with the compost. All these composts are apparently supposed to be weed free. That is not the case, unfortunately. I'm yet to find something that is. Now the mulch, you'll see I'm only mulching the sides, and the purpose of that is to retain the moisture, but also the middle, we have planted the chili seeds. They are not covered, right? I don't want a seedling struggling to come out. I want the seedling to freely come out. Obviously, the healthier, the easier it is for the seedling to come out, the healthier it is, or the healthier the plant is, right? So the mulching does help with retaining the moisture, meaning I will have a better soil quality. And there is a lot of different mulches that you could use. In this case, I am using wood chips or bark, but there's straw. I've seen people even use stones as mulch. But yeah, guys, that is it. Thank you very much for if you've watched this far. I want to thank you. This is episode 1. There will be many other videos that follow. You will notice that I'm just ending it off with a light sprinkle, and yeah, the purpose of this is to ensure that the mulch was also wetted to the same amount that the soil is. Thank you very much, guys. Like, follow, subscribe, and yeah, follow for episode 2. Have a good day. Till next time.